Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the show off. I'm in Washington DC on tour with the company. We're at the Kennedy Center and we're performing Crime and Punishment. But since I had the show off, I thought why not show you how I make my pointe shoes. So the pointe shoes that I wear, they are Bloch flexes, and basically I customize them a lot. So I have Bloch flexes but with this outsole that is the normal Bloch outsole. So if you can see, like, the shape of the outsole looks like the normal Bloch shoe, but my shoe is actually a flexus, and the inside heel is actually stretchy. So the rest of the shoe is fabric, but the heel, just the heel, is stretchy. So that way when I land the jumps, it doesn't like stop me and cut my tendon. It like allows me to go into deep plie. And yeah, so these are my shoes. I'm excited to show you guys some tricks and things that I found throughout the years and some of my colleagues taught me. Shout out to Scout Foresight. She taught me how to open up these to make sure that my toes can expand. And I also darn my pointe shoes and I do elastics. So let me show you. So I usually start with the elastics. I put the elastics usually where the heel, you see the heel, I put it right next to this part of the shoe. And I do put them inside. There was a time where I put them outside, but I actually do like the look better on me of the elastic when they're inside the shoe. And I just sew the elastics. After I'm done with the first one, I just do the second ribbon. So I use two and then I cross over them, and I do the same exact thing on the other side. Used to wear frieds and then switch to blocks. So when I wear frieds, actually I didn't have to darn my shoes, which is crazy because usually it's the opposite. But I feel like darning really helps me be more supported because I tend to have a very flexible ankle and it tends to go this way, so I need something that can help me pull back my foot. So then it takes me way longer to sew pointe shoes, but at the end of it, it's worth it because they do feel really good on my feet. Alright, after you've sewn both ribbons, what I like to do is I like to cross the ribbons over. So you want to take one ribbon and cross it to the other side and take the other and cross it, just creating an X basically. But what I like to do is, do you see this line of the shoe? Basically I want to put the ribbon like one finger from this line, so that way it's not too forward and it's not too back, so I can put the other ribbon right here. Then we sew. Next up is the ribbon. What I use is I use a stretchy ribbon, so you can see that it stretches. That way I feel like it's, for me, a little bit gentler on my tendons. What I always do first, I put the shoe on and then I take the ribbon and I go from one side and all the way around 2 times, and then end on the other side. And you want to make sure you really stretch the ribbon. So go here and then stretch and around. So then I cut it here. And since my ankle is basically the same on the other side, I just cut the same. What you have is you have a ribbon that goes all the way around your ankle. and you don't have to put any tape or anything on. Let's get to it. After we finish the ribbon, what we need to do to make sure that it's the correct way of going around our ankle, what I do usually is I place my hand, since I know that the size is the right size, I place my hand and then I go around my hand twice, and then I make sure that the side that the ribbon is in stays the same. So let's do again. So basically from here I go around one time, and then the second time, and then I place the ribbon here. Then I take out my hand and the ribbon stays the same way. It faces the same way. And then I place the ribbon where I need to sew it. Alright, now that we've completed the ribbons and the elastics, we're now moving on to this part. Because I have quite a big bunion on my big toe, sometimes it's uncomfortable for me to do demi-point and go up to point. So that way I have more freedom here without losing the strength of the shoe here. So up until now we used a double thread. Now you want to use a single. So you just want to separate and use just the single thread. Don't double it up. What you want to do is you want to open separate the elastics where there is a middle in between the elastics. Right there. Then with scissors you just cut through the middle of the elastic. And you just do a very small cut. Doesn't have to be big, just as much as you need for your foot to kind of breathe a little bit more. So what I do is I cut through. Usually you need quite a straight scissors to be able to do this, because you do want to make sure that it's straight. Okay, so once we cut this is how it looks like. So the two elastics can go each on one side. So first of all, you start on the right side. You go in to the shoe, and then you pass the needle through. Now you want to open up this V, go right in the middle of it, and sew on the other side that you started. So for me, I start on the right side and this is the left side. And you go through from the top. Now, again, up, in, and to the right side. You want to do pretty tight here. And again, you go in and to the left. So this is how it looks like at the end. So it's not much, but it does give a little bit of breathing space to your foot to be able to have some more room. And you still want to do it very tight, so that way the shoe doesn't get ruined, the look of the shoe doesn't get ruined. Next up is darning. So as you can see, there's a whole circle here of the shoe. What I do is I cut the fabric around, so that way the thread sticks to the fabric, but here there is no fabric. Sometimes that helps, sometimes that doesn't. You can try for yourself. But what I do is I darn this front part 3 times. I swear to you, I broke 4 needles doing this darning. I usually sew point shoes when I have when I'm sitting in rehearsal, if I'm not doing that particular cast, what you want to do is fold the thread once, so that way you have this, and this is going inside the needle. So this is gonna go, both of those are gonna go inside the needle and come out of the other side. So once you do that, so we put the two in, you want to make a knot with the end of it, so that way it creates, and you have 4. Now you can make a knot, and we can start our, I want to make sure you can see. So, from here, you take the needle and you push it through the shoe. This is the first one. Now, you take these, you go in the shoe, which is very hard, and I need to use this most of the time. Go in. Now, you want to take these, go around twice. So, let me show you again. So you have here, now you go in and around. So if I'm looking at the shoe this way, you go in and around again. And then you push through the needle and pull while holding. Now you go right next to it. You do the same thing. You go through. Now you go around once, and then the second time, and then you push the needle and go through. And this has to be very tight. Now again, close to it. You go in, push through, and go around. Last time, you go 1, take the thread around once, twice, and then push through. And now you go all the way around one time. Alright, after you finish the first circle all the way around, what I do is I repeat the same thing in the spots that are empty. So in between, I just repeat the same thing, and I do it twice around again. Usually I will use the thread until it's over, and then I'll need another set of thread to be able to finish. So you just keep going in the empty spots, go through, go around. All right, once I'm done doing around twice, what I do is I take the same plaid, the same way of folding it, and then I go over the top, just going in and out. So from here, I go in here. You wanted to keep it a little bit tight, but it doesn't matter, however you would like. So you want to go over. And from here, you just go again over here. And diagonally. You don't want to do it too close. It has to be kind of where the space, like this here, and then here, and then here. Every, I would say, 3 lines. Take. Pass through. And then again, up. And I just like to do it on the top because that's where I need it the most. But it really depends on your feet. You can do it all the way around as well. And you can also just do darning only once around and then you do these around once. Or you can just do darning twice or darning once, however it feels best for you. I know some people also jack glue here to make sure it stays very strong. So this is it. This is all the darning. And I needed to push back. So that's it. That's how I sew my pointe shoes. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you found a way to honestly make pointe shoe sewing a little bit faster. Bye!